Hello, I am Lexi La Groteria. As you can pick up from my name and some of the recipes on this channel, yes, I am Italiana. Today we are making one of Italy's most beautiful breads, the ciabatta. I will put the ingredients and measurements for the dough in the recipe below. But wait, now before you click out of here thinking, oh no, this is going to be too complicated and is going to take too long, as you may have seen other recipes where it takes 2 days. I assure you, this is very easy to make and there is no kneading involved. The dough needs only about 2 hours to rise and there is very little handling of the dough. Where do you find a bread recipe that is as easy as this and with such a beautiful result? The ciabatta is lovely and crisp on the outside and soft on the inside with those recognizable holes. There is no reason to have to make a poolish or a biga, and definitely no reason to leave it overnight. Okay, so this is a very, very wet dough. So what I do is instead of leaving it to rise in one big bowl, I decide how many I'm going to make. In this recipe, I've made 3, but you could make 2 bigger ones or 4 smaller ones. I divide the dough into the bowls and cover with cling wrap. This just makes it easier when it comes to shaping the bread. As the bread dough is so wet, we literally cannot pick it up. So you will see a little bit later how much easier it is by dividing it before the dough has risen. Right, so I have dusted a baking sheet with flour, and be very, very generous here. Once you have put on and you think you've put on enough, put on a little bit more. Now, you can either use a tea towel or I've used a silicone mat. And once again, dust it generously with flour. And now we're going to use either the tea towel or, as I'm using the silicone mat, to shape the dough into our little loaves. So this is the first of the 3 that I'm doing now. And just be patient here. Don't touch the dough. It will come out. Because we had greased it with the olive oil, it will literally come out with a plop onto the silicone mat. We don't want to touch the dough. Our fingers will just get stuck and it will be a nightmare. So let it just do its thing and then you'll see how we shape it. So I'm not touching the dough there. I'm just trying to get everything out of the bowl. Dust generously with some more flour. And now we are going to use the silicone mat or the tea towel to shape the dough into our little loaves. How cool is this? We don't have to touch it. Our hands are not getting stuck to it. And I shouldn't be fiddling with it like that. But there's enough flour on it for me to just help it along just a little bit into the shape without having to pick up the dough. So once you've got it into the shape that you want, let it just fall onto the baking sheet and then onto the next one. And we are ready to bake. I will put all the temperatures in the description below as well. So just make sure that you put a little container in with some water. Excuse my dirty oven. This will steam and it will create that beautiful crust that we know the ciabatta to have. There I'm having a little look through without opening the oven, and after about 4 minutes they had already puffed up. And the final result, as you've seen already. Now, how easy was that? If you enjoyed this recipe, please look out for my recipe for focaccia in 4 easy steps. And if you're enjoying these recipes, please subscribe for more.